Jazza TV for news. I'm Antoine and let me introduce news. First, insecure, low-paid jobs are leaving record numbers of working families in poverty, with 2/3 people we found work in the past year taking jobs for less than the living wage, according to the latest annual report from the Joseph Rowntree Foundation. The research shows us that over the last decade, increasing numbers of pensioners have become comfortable, but at the same time, incomes among the workforce have dropped almost 10% in the real terms. Painting a picture of huge number trade on low wage, the foundation said during the decade, only a fifth of low-paid workers managed to move to better-paid jobs. The living wage is calculated at 7.85 pounds an hour and nationally or 9.915 pounds in London, much higher than the legally enforceable 3.540 minimum wage.
As many people from working families are now in poverty as from workless ones, partly due to a vast increase in insecure work on 0 hours contracts, or in a part-time or lower-paid self-employment. Nearly 1.4 million people are on the controversial contracts that do not guarantee minimum hours, most of them in catering, accommodation, retail, and administrative jobs. Meanwhile, the self-employed earn on average 30% less than they did 5 years ago, the foundation said. Average wage for men working full-time have dropped from 30.90 to 12.90 an hour in real terms between 2008 and 2013, and for women from 10.80 to 10.30. Poverty wage has been exacerbated by the number of people reliant on private rented accommodation and unable to get social housing, the report said. Eviction of tenants by private landlords outstrip mortgage repossession and are the most common cause of homelessness. The report notes that price rises for food, energy, and transport have far outstripped the accepted CPI inflation of 30% the last decade. The report shows 30% of pensioners are living in low-income households, compared with 21% of working-age adults and 27% for children. People are counted as being in poverty in the household income in less than 60% of the median income for UK household after housing costs, making £130 the weekly threshold for a single adult in 2013. Tom McLean of the New Policy Institute, which carried out the research, said, the report heightening adds like some good news on employment, but earnings and incomes are still lower than 5 years ago, and most people who move from employment into work can find a low-paid job.
The government has focused its effort on welfare reform, but tackling poverty needs a wider scope, covering the job market, the cost and security of housing, and the quality of service for people on low incomes.
Thanks for your talk, Jean. It is sad news for our country, we think of that. Without transition, sport, football especially, no development in FIFA's case with corruption to the 2018 and 2022 FIFA's World Cup. More explication with Antoine Fistek, our reporter.
Thank you, Antoine. When the time is for amical international match and preparation for FIFA World Cup, cases of corruption are in discussion from all over the world. These cases are in most of everyone. European nations, Germany more especially, called to boycott FIFA World Cup 2018 in Qatar. So, how was born this case? Few hours after host of 2018 and 2020 FIFA World Cup announced, a lawyer, Michael Garcia, made 42-page report on FIFA corruption and sent it to FIFA leads. FIFA President, Sepp Blatter, said, we have examined this letter very carefully from a legal point of view. FIFA ethics judge and Swiss Attorney General have been also studied this report and decided that report will not be full published.
So, question is the boycott World Cup really possible? For FIFA direction, World Cup boycott is impossible for plenty reasons. First of all, if FIFA calls to boycott the World Cup, it will be compared as hypocrisy's decision because their leads, Michel Platini, vote for Qatar and Russia in 2018 and 2022 World Cup. Few hours Michael Garcia report publication, FIFA says about this report that they couldn't take this seriously because this report contained, based on antique judge Joachim Eckert, numerous materially incomplete and erroneous representation. Moreover, with 267 million of debt still to pay off for the 757 million pound Wembley Stadium, the FA simply could not afford to lose the revenue that comes with hosting World Cup qualifiers, not to mention the sponsorship that result from contesting one of the world's most fabled sports events. Last but not least, at a time where European football is already furious with Sepp Blatter for standing for a fifth term as FIFA president after promising not to and for being expected to entirely rearrange its calendar to accommodate a Writer World Cup in Qatar, you may think a breakaway has never been more likely. Despite all explication, we can think that FIFA are not honest. Indeed, after the publication of Michael Garcia, FIFA decided to not full publish this report. Why did they done this short?
Finally, FIFA looks like worried because they justify its decision with the ethic judge declaration. There is not enough evidence the question to entire bidding progress. With all allegation, FIFA rejected calls of Platini to publish the American lawyer report to people. So, how can we tell that there are no problem about this corruption case? At the time when Sports Nation and FIFA direction are in discussion, there is actually more question than answer. Should we boycott FIFA World Cup or not? Case to follow.
Anyway, I'm sure England will win them. For now, Simon made us rain and sun.
Hello, good morning everyone. Today in the London area we are in a high pressure. But tomorrow it will go to leave place for a low pressure. So for the weather today after a cold start with a slight frost in places, early patchy fog will slowly clear. Then everywhere will be dry and predominantly sunny with light winds. For tonight, starting clear with temperature quickly failing and perhaps some patchy freezing fog forming. Overnight, cloud will increase from the south, helping to lift temperatures a little across southern areas. The coldest temperature is 2 degrees and the warmest temperature is 8 degrees. For the rest of the week, Tuesday, northern areas will start with a frost but also some breakness with any freezing fog lifting. Cooler conditions already across the south will extend northwards, perhaps bringing light rain later. Wednesday and also early Tuesday, cloudy with occasional rain and drizzle. Feeling rather cold. So Thursday, dry and brighter conditions arrive. Breezy Friday, but dry with bright or sunny spells. So tomorrow the sun will rise at 7 a.m. 34 and will set at 4 p.m. and we celebrate the Catherine's Day. See you tomorrow.
Hope that sun will be there for our happiness. Have a nice day, have fun with condoms, see you soon. Bye!